What's good, people? Thank you as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, so we know that Dillian Whyte will fight O2 Arena, London, 20th of April, and it will be on pay-per-view. As of right now, we know it's one of 3 opponents, right? Dominic Breazeale, Luis Ortiz, Alexander Povetkin. So it's going to be Dominic Breazeale. I would much prefer it to be Alexander Povetkin, or the big one for me will be Luis Ortiz. But I understand how it works. It's going to be Dominic Breazeale. It's going to be a final WBC eliminator, even though I feel like he's already had a final WBC eliminator, but it's going to be another final WBC eliminator. Here's the thing with Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte is obviously put himself in a position where he is now considered a pay-per-view fighter, right? I don't actually have him as that, but the numbers don't lie. Against Joseph Parker, he done 450,000, and against Dereck Chisora, around the same number. I think it was like 430,000. But I think he needs a dance partner. I don't think you could put Dillian Whyte versus Dominic Breazeale and have a shit undercard and expect it to do anywhere between 400,000 and 500,000 pay-per-view buys. I just don't see how he does those kind of numbers. If it's just Dillian Whyte versus Dominic Breazeale with a shit undercard, I can't see it doing more than 250,000 pay-per-view buys. I really can't. And Sky just can't and won't accept that. Remember, April 13th, AJ versus Dillian Whyte was supposed to do 1.1, 1.2 million. They're not going to accept Dillian Whyte fighting someone and doing 250. So Eddie Hearn needs to stack the card. And I think he stacked the card. Or the rumors are that he's going to stack the card. Expect it to be an all-heavyweight affair. What we do know is that Lucas Browne will fight Dave Allen on that card. Fan-friendly fight. Look, whether or not you think these guys are world level or European level, both of these guys will come in and swing. And that's what the fans want sometimes. We don't want technical shit all the time, do we? The ones that he's trying to get and sign up, for me, even better. Joseph Parker versus Dereck Chisora. It's a great fight. That's a fucking great fight. I still feel like, after watching that Dillian Whyte knockout of Chisora, I would prefer to see Dereck Chisora take a couple more months out, right? I would prefer to see Dereck Chisora maybe fight on the undercard of AJ versus Miller, June, July, just to give him a few more months. But if he wants to fight Joseph Parker, who are we to stop him? And if he does fight Joseph Parker, that would be Carlos Takam, Dillian Whyte, and Joseph Parker back to back. That's impressive. So that's what he wants to chuck on there as well. The other one that he wants to chuck on there, which I really like, is Carlos Takam versus Michael Hunter. That is a very, very good fight. Carlos Takam, we know, can still bang, still strong, still got a lot to offer, I think. Michael Hunter, I think, is someone that's knocking on the door to potentially be a top 10, top 15 heavyweight. Remember, this is the guy that beat up Bukoli and stopped Ustinov. That's after he lost to Usyk 2 years ago in quite a competitive fight. So, look, so far, so good. If Eddie Hearn can get that together as a pay-per-view card or heavyweight showdown, which I don't think he's ever done before, take my money. Take my money. You're going to get Dillian Whyte versus Dominic Breazeale, Carlos Takam versus Michael Hunter, Dave Allen versus Lucas Browne, and the cherry on top for me, Dereck Chisora versus Joseph Parker. So look, let's be honest, that's a great heavyweight card so far. That's only 4 fights though. I wouldn't be disappointed if you can get Usyk on the card, or am I being too greedy? Imagine that card with Usyk making his heavyweight debut. I mean, he's got to go big. He's got to go big because, like I said earlier, they would have hoped, and Sky I'm talking about here, that AJ was going to fight someone Wembley the week before, and that would have been, what, guaranteed 1.2, 1.3 million pay-per-view buys. They have to make up that number. Having that fight card that I've just mentioned so far gets you, I think, around 500,000 pay-per-view buys. Chuck in Usyk to it, you never know, it could get another 100,000, 600, but again, that's an expensive fight card to put together. But that's the rumors. So Chisora versus Parker, Dominic Breazeale versus Whyte, Dave Allen versus Lucas Browne, and my pick of the fights, Michael Hunter versus Carlos Takam. Woo!